So now we are moving on to power of a power, power of a product, and power of a quotient. So power of a power. All that means is if I have something like x to the second power getting raised to the third power, this means I multiply these exponents. That is a power to a power. So it's x squared, x to the second times 3 becomes x to the sixth. This is saying it's x squared times itself 3 times. So it's x squared times x squared times x squared. And just like with product of a power, we're multiplying numbers with the same base. You add the exponents. That's x to 2 plus 2 plus 2. That becomes x to the sixth, just like we had there. So multiply them together. This step here is just showing you the reasoning why that works. So now let's take a look at another example. Let's say I were to have negative 3 x to the fourth power all to the fourth. Well, again, I'm multiplying both of the exponents in here by a factor of 4. So negative 3 to the first power. I now have negative 3, the quantity to the fourth power, times x to the 4 times 4 power. So negative 3 to the fourth. That is like multiplying negative 3 times itself 4 times. So negative 3 times negative 3 becomes positive 9. Negative 3 times negative 3 becomes positive 9. 9 times 9, that's becoming 81. So we have 81 times x to the 4 times 4 becomes x to the 16th there. Now up next for example 3, we have something like negative 2 a to the third all to the third power. So this again is saying negative 2 to the third power times a to the 3 times 3 power. Again, that negative 2 is to the first power, so 1 times 3, we're just getting 3 there. So negative 2 to the third power is like multiplying negative 2 times itself 3 times. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And we're still multiplying positive 4 times negative 2 there. So you end up with negative 8. Negative 8, a to the ninth, because 3 times 3 is giving us 9. It's your final answer there. So, example 4. Well, let's say we were to have a to the negative third times b to the fourth, c to the seventh, all to the third power. The first thing you can do here is simplify everything inside our parentheses. So that a to the negative third is getting brought down underneath our fraction because it is a negative exponent. And we still have b to the fourth times c to the seventh up there. And it is all getting multiplied to the third, or it is all getting raised to the third power, excuse me. Now with that, we then multiply all the exponents by a factor of 3. So we are getting b to the 12th, c to the 21st, all over a to the 9th. And now, last but not least, example 5. Let's say we have a to the 4th times b to the 3rd all over a to the 2nd. So let me rewrite that. A to the 2nd times b to the 7th all to the 4th power. Well, we need to simplify everything inside our parentheses first to make our lives a little easier. So first, a to the 4th over a to the 2nd, that's a to the 4 minus 2 power. So that is becoming a squared up top. Now, we have b to the third over b to the 7. We're going to take our bigger exponent, subtract it from our smaller one. So 7 minus 3 is 4. But that is going on the bottom because 7 is greater than 3. Now that is all still to the 4th power. And now that we're here, we multiply all of our exponents by 4. So we end up with 2 times 4 becomes 8. 4 times 4, that is becoming 16. So final answer here for example 3 is a to the 8th all over b to the 16th.